From childhood, we're taught to want more success, more money, a better job. This message is everywhere, from ads to family expectations, fueling a relentless drive to achieve. But what if chasing more leaves us with less? Less time, less energy, less peace. For many young women in China, the cost of this pursuit is becoming too high. They're expected to excel at work, be dutiful daughters, and perfect wives and mothers, all at once. The result? Exhaustion, not fulfillment. Looking at their parents' sacrifices, they wonder, is there another way? Quietly, a new idea is taking root. A personal rebellion against endless striving. It's called the low desire life, intentionally wanting less. This isn't about giving up, but about stepping off the treadmill of consumerism and redefining success by inner peace, not possessions. We'll explore what the low desire life means, why it's spreading, and the backlash it faces. This isn't just about being tired, it's about reclaiming life, one deliberate choice at a time. In a world that demands more, choosing less is a radical act of self-preservation. The low desire life is a quiet revolution, challenging the very engine of modern society. It's a story of women daring to ask, what if enough is truly enough? The low desire life isn't a movement, it's a mindset. It's about consciously lowering material and professional ambitions to find peace and reduce stress. This means rejecting the pressure to climb the corporate ladder or buy the latest trends. For many, it's choosing a stable, lower-stress job, moving to a smaller city, or savoring simple joys like reading or cooking. It's not laziness or withdrawal, but a selective focus on what truly matters. Success is redefined. Not a high salary or big apartment, but contentment and control over one's time. These women save for security, not status. The low desire life is a strategic retreat, a way to protect mental and physical health. It's a quiet rebellion against a culture that equates worth with productivity. For these women, needing less is the new measure of a good life. In a society obsessed with more, this is a powerful personal statement. Choosing a low desire life is often a response to years of overwhelm. Take the young woman who left a high-paying, high-stress job for a quieter life in a library, trading money for sanity. Her story echoes across China. Women pressured to excel at work, support parents, marry, and maintain appearances. The demands are endless, the rewards uncertain. Many face a glass ceiling, lower pay, and social stigma if they don't marry by their late 20s. Opting out isn't surrender. It's self-preservation. These women choose rest over burnout, small joys over grand ambitions. They find fulfillment in a rich inner life, not external validation. By saying, I have enough, they draw boundaries around their well-being. Their worth isn't tied to productivity or marital status, but to self-respect. The low desire life is a quiet declaration, my life, my terms. It's a rational response to an irrational set of demands. The low desire life didn't start with organizations or manifestos. It grew online, in forums and social media. Viral essays and late-night chats became spaces for women to share exhaustion and dreams of a simpler life. Online communities like Douban and Weibo offer support, tips for frugal living, and encouragement to resist conformity. This digital, decentralized trend is hard to suppress and deeply authentic. It's not a movement, but a conversation. Personal stories, not political slogans. A post about tending a houseplant becomes a quiet act of resistance. The power lies in its subtlety and truth. These stories are a collective testimony to the cost of relentless growth. The low desire life spreads not through leaders, but through shared, lived experience. The rise of the low desire life has triggered a strong backlash from state and corporate media. Women who choose this path are labeled lazy or irresponsible, accused of threatening national progress. China's economic engine relies on ambition and overwork. The low desire life challenges this foundation. If enough young people opt out, the system's growth model is at risk. Consuming less threatens a consumption-driven economy. Corporate culture, especially the 996 workweek, demands total dedication. Those who set boundaries are seen as problematic, not team players. Even some feminists worry that leaning out means surrendering hard-won gains. But for these women, it's not surrender. It's refusing to play a rigged game. The resistance is about survival, not defeat. The system fears rest because a content person is harder to control. The low desire life exposes the unsustainable demands of modern life. It's a quiet but powerful challenge to the status quo. Choosing less is a threat to those who profit from endless striving. The state's anxiety over the low desire life goes beyond economics. It's about control. The China Dream demands collective striving. Rejecting it is seen as dissent. State media frames the trend as dangerous Western individualism, urging youth to work harder. The government fears that personal peace over national ambition could lead to stagnation. Demographic worries add to the pressure. With an aging population and low birth rate, women are urged to have more children. Yet, the same pressures that drive women to want less also discourage family life. The state's response is a mix of propaganda and stigma, enforcing a social contract of productivity. Quiet refusal to participate is seen as a challenge to state authority. The low desire life and feminism in China have a complex relationship. For some, rejecting societal pressures is a feminist act, claiming autonomy over body and mind. Others worry that individual retreat weakens the collective fight for gender equality. If capable women withdraw, who will push for systemic change? The debate is liberation found in personal refusal or collective action. These women choose freedom now, not waiting for a revolution. Critics are right. Individual choices can't fix systemic problems. The low desire life is a symptom of a broken system, not the cure. The low desire life is liberating, but it's not a universal solution. Not everyone can choose less. Many have no choice but to accept hardship. There's a risk of escapism, adapting to, rather than changing, an unjust system. It can bring peace, but also financial insecurity and social isolation. The trade-offs are real. Freedom from stress may cost security and connection. Still, dismissing it as escapism ignores the pain that drives it. It's a rational response to impossible demands. Not a perfect solution, but a meaningful act of self-preservation. It's about reclaiming dignity and control in a world obsessed with output. The low desire life is more than a trend. It's a quiet rebellion against a culture of endless growth. It's a response to a system that demands ambition but denies equal opportunity. Choosing less is an act of clarity and self-respect. By prioritizing inner peace, these women propose a radical alternative to material success. The system reacts with anxiety because contentment is hard to control. This path doesn't solve structural problems, but it's a valid survival strategy. In a society with few avenues for dissent, living differently is a political act. It's a way of refusing to play an unwinnable game. The rise of the low desire life signals that the current model is unsustainable. These women are pioneers, forging a path that values rest and contentment. In their quiet refusal to want more, they remind us, life is meant to be lived, not spent.